Okay, I think it's time we make a little crumble, a little fruit crumble. In your veg box, you would have had some apples and some pears. Now, you don't have to peel them if you don't want to or don't feel like it, but I am going to peel my pear just to show you how nice and easy it is. If you use one of these swivel blade peelers, so be careful when you peel with them because they are fairly sharp. Just go right around like that, and then you just take the edges off, and then I'm cutting right through, so you can see now the pear's stones are there, and there seem to be this hard core of the pear which I like to cut out as well. I don't like eating that, especially not when I'm having a dessert. So you can see how I just use my knife and I'm just going right around that core. And can you see it comes out easily? So I'm going to do the same with this one now. In the meantime, you get your pears peeling as well. Right, so I've peeled one of the apples already. I'm going to peel the other one now. So again, I'm using my peeler here. If you got one, use it, and you can see how nice and quick it is. Just make sure you get a good grip of the apple and peel away. Apple is peeled and time to quarter this. I always like to hold my apple nicely between my fingers, cut right through it, so I created a little bridge here. So my apple is in half there, and now I can quarter them. And now I'm just going to cut out the core like that. So it's very simple. Cut the core out, and the next thing we're going to do is to chop the apples. So nice chunks like that would be just fine, and I'm going to put it straight in my pan that's waiting over there. While you're chopping, always look where the blade of the knife goes, because when you look where the blade of the knife goes, you won't chop your fingers off. We've got all guns blazing today here with apples and pears ready for our crumble. Okay, it's time that you guys do a bit of chopping now. So I've got my pears and apples here, all the same size diced, and all I'm going to do is to add maybe half a cup of water straight into there, because we don't want too much water because the water will cook out of the fruit. I'm also going to add, just for a little bit of flavor, some cinnamon. This is optional. If you hate cinnamon, leave it out. I love it. So I'm going to put that in there. And also I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of sugar in there. That will help to create a nice little thick sauce. While this is cooking, we are going to make our crumble mixture. So I've got all of my ingredients ready here. You can see I've got my flour mixed, measured out. That's about 125 grams of flour. I've diced some butter. If you haven't got butter at home, you can use margarine or any spread that you would have on your bread. So that goes in there. Before we add any of the other ingredients, I'm just going to rub this in. So I rub it in by picking it up in my fingers like that, and then rub over my fingers. So it's exactly the same as when you would make a scone. So just rub it all in till you have large breadcrumb shapes in your bowl. You guys do this now. So you can see my butter is all rubbed in, and I've got nice big bits there as well. So you may think, what on earth is this here? But this is just a little bit of oats. You may not have oats in your house, then you can use other things like nuts, any kind of nuts you like, or if you've got some dried fruit and you like some raisins, you can add that to this mixture as well. But I've had some oats, I didn't have any nuts, and I'm also going to add this brown sugar into my bowl. And now I'm just going to stir this through. So you can see it's becoming lumpy, but that's fine because it is a crumble after all. We want nice large bits. The sugar will melt as it cooks in the oven, and then it will start to caramelize, and that is where you get all those lovely crispy bits. My fruit in here smells delicious because I've added the cinnamon. So I just want to show you here. It's actually perfect. Very little liquid left in the pan, but the fruit is just starting to to become soft, and all looks lovely. So all we're going to do now is to grab a tin, pour the fruit straight into the tin, and then put the topping on top. Crumble mix just like that. Shake your pan. My oven is fan assisted, so I will cook it on 180 degrees for 45 minutes. Right, so the crumble has just come out of the oven, and look at that. So that was 2 apples, 1 pear, and the topping. Delish. And how about some custard? Do you mind? Enjoy.